Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games. Welcome to a brand new video about LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. In this video, we're going to be talking about the IGN Game Fest event that happened late last week, because we actually got quite a bit of new gameplay there, as well as a extended developer interview with Jonathan Smith from TT Games, who's the head of design. It's like a 15-minute interview. I'm not going to be talking about that too much in this video, but we are going to be looking at the gameplay here. So I essentially took the developer diary, which is like the video that has the new gameplay in it and has the developers talking about the game as well. I pretty much cut out the sections where the developers are talking, and I basically just have the gameplay here, so we can actually analyze the gameplay a lot better this way. So let's go ahead and begin here. So actually at the beginning, I do want to note, you do see the Xbox logo at the beginning as well as the end of the video, so the Xbox marketing has sort of returned here. So if you remember when this game was first announced at E3 2019, it was actually revealed at Xbox's E3 event, so that's just kind of something to note. So we got some shots of some AT-ATs here. We got some more Hoth shots here of the bunker getting blown up. And here we got a shot from episode 2 from the Jedi Arena with Kit Fisto on the left, Mace Windu in the middle, and Ki-Adi-Mundi on the right. Look at Ki-Adi-Mundi's like headpiece. That looks really weird. It looks a lot different than it originally did in the old games. But yeah, so we're just going to kind of go scene by scene here and kind of analyze each scene, do a little bit of a breakdown here. We got Rey on a zipline from episode 9. We got Darth Vader versus Luke from the ending of episode 6. And here we have these two aliens from like that CGI scene from episode 6 where you got this singing alien. I believe her name is like Cy Snoodles or something like that. And his name is Max Rebo, if I remember correctly. So he's like the elephant looking creature. And we got this singing alien. So yeah, they are now confirmed as playable characters. And actually, if you move along here on the left, you can actually see a silver Lego object. So you're probably going to need a bounty hunter's detonator, I'm guessing, if they keep it you know, the same as it was in the old Lego games. You're probably gonna need a bounty hunter to open up that silver Lego object. But let's go ahead and continue here. We have Palpatine versus Mace Windu, so that fight is gonna be in this game, which is awesome. You got the breaking of the glass as well. It will be funny to see in Lego form, like him doing the Force lightning on his face. It'll be kind of interesting to see how they change his face model there. Then we got the shot of Darth Vader again, which we've seen a billion times in all the trailers. Here we got Kylo Ren versus Luke from the ending of episode 8, when Luke's is kind of dodging, which looks pretty cool. And look at him, he's even, let's play this at normal speed here. Look at that. That's awesome. So there we got some shots of the Falcon. We got some Han Solo, some episode 4 footage there. Behind the scenes, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. So we got this shot here, which we've seen a billion times, seen that shot before. Here we got some more gameplay here from episode 9 of Rey versus Kylo Ren there, kind of at the beginning of their fight, which should be pretty cool. And so, okay, this is the juicy kind of scene that they showed off. So this actually reveals the levels from these movies. So first off, we're seeing episode 2 here. And so this is called the Polish Paint Over, as it's called at the top. But, so basically, this is like shots from each of the levels and maybe some of the cutscenes as well. So we have the main intro. We have the episode 2 pre-1 Coruscant Federal District. So I'm guessing this is maybe where the game begins. This is some of the hub stuff. I'm not totally sure, but you can see here where it says 2_1 Assassination. I believe that's going to be the name of the first level of episode 2. And then we're going to skip this pre-stuff. I believe this is like the hub world stuff that's like in between the levels. So that's kind of cool. You can kind of see the open world of Coruscant. Very colorful there. And I do want to say the quality of this Fan Fest event is not very good. Like, I think it was streamed live, and then I think IGN just uploaded the live stream. Like, they didn't upload like the raw file. So yeah, the quality is not the best. So it's unfortunately they couldn't update this in like 4K or something, or upload this in 4K. So there we have the Jedi Archive there as well, which is really cool. So obviously Obi-Wan's going to go to the Jedi Archive, probably in the hub world. And then you're going to enter the next level here, which is going to be on Kamino. So we have Kamino, Jango, Boss. Then we have 2-2, Hunt for Jango. So it seems almost like the Jango Fett boss fight is in the hub world, because 2-2 would be the second level of the game if we're reading this right. So yeah, if you can't like replay boss battles and stuff later, that's kind of my main concern about this game, is with the boss battles and the things in the hub world. Like, because typically in LEGO games, any content that happens in the hub world you can't really replay later. So yeah, I'm kind of wondering about that. So yeah, the second level is going to be the Hunt for Jango, kind of out in outer space when you're going through the asteroid field there. Then we got some more Naboo stuff going on here with episode 2 and with Anakin. And let's go on to the third level, which is going to be called Geonosis Infiltration, which is basically going to be the droid factory level. You can kind of see like C-3PO sort of like in a speech bubble type thing as well there. And then we got the Geonosian Arena, which is the fourth level of episode 2. And you can see there you're going to be riding some of the creatures there, just like the movie. Then the final level is going to be the Battle of the Jedi. which is going to be awesome. You got Obi-Wan kind of going after Count Dooku there, as well as Anakin, and Yoda is going to get involved as well. And you can actually see Anakin versus Dooku there, kind of in a lightsaber duel, so that's cool. And then you got the outro. So they almost like sort of broke down all the sections of each of these movies here. So here's the episode 1 paint over, as they're calling it. So you have the main intro with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn. Then you have the Trade Federation ship. And all of this seems to be, which would be like negotiations. And all of this seems to be like the open world content. And then you get to the first level of the game, 1-1, Escape the Core. And that's where they're kind of underwater. And then you got some more. Look at the water there. It looks really good. Again, the quality's terrible, but it looks good from what we can tell. Then we let's move on over here to the second level of episode 2 or episode 1, which is going to be Now That's Pod Racing. So you can actually get the. I'm not sure if these level titles are going to be the final titles, because obviously this looks like it's like in development still. This footage that we're seeing here. So then you have the hub outro. You have 1-3, which is Retake Naboo, which is going to be the third level, and that almost looks like it's going to be the Darth Maul fight. So the Darth Maul fight might be the third level of episode 1. And let's see here. Then the fourth level, episode 1, is going to be the Battle of Naboo with the Gungans, which we did not get to play in the original game. And then the last level is going to be 1-5 Command Ship, which is like Anakin escaping, which was like a canceled level in the original LEGO Star Wars games. So that's all pretty cool. So again, I don't know if these titles of these levels are going to be final. I kind of think some of them are temporary, like Command Ship. That seems like kind of a lame title for a level. So I think some of this stuff might change. Alright, so lastly, we do have one for episode 4 here. So we don't have this footage for any of the other episodes, unfortunately. So you have the main intro, and then the first level is going to be called a Diplomatic Mission. I could kind of see that being the final title. And so here we have some of the mid-tro of that level. And again, the Diplomatic Mission again with R2-D2 there. And look at the colors, man. Just the lighting of the hallways. It looks so good. Then let's move on over here to the second level, which is going to be called Hunk of Junk. With Han Solo on Tatooine. Then we have the third level, which is Princess Rescue. And then we have the fourth level, which is called Some Rescue. And then the fifth level is the Battle of Yavin. So yeah, they are condensing everything down to 5 levels, but it seems like if you include all this hub world stuff as well, it's pretty much going to be the same amount of content, or even actually way more content than whoever was in the original game. But alright, so that's all of that. So then we have some concept art here on Hoth, and we have some concept art from episode 8 there. Episode 1, here we have the Jedi Archives, which looks really good. And here we have Obi-Wan walking through the Jedi Archives, and it looks like we got a portrait, or hologram portrait, whatever you want to call that, of Mace Windu there. It seems like you can use the Force on these little statues here. Anything that glows like that signifies that you can use the Force to like pick it up with a Jedi character. And I'm not sure who that's supposed to be in the back. Maybe one of you guys can let me know. I think that's maybe supposed to be Count Dooku back when he was a Jedi. I'm not sure. But we'll continue on here. Here we have some Kashyyyk gameplay with Chewbacca going down a zipline, as well as Yoda there at the bottom behind that other Wookiee. So this seems to be sort of like the defensive Kashyyyk level from the original game, which that level sucked, so hopefully they will improve that in this game. And here's that footage of Leia that we've seen 1,000 times. Here we have some footage of the Porgs kind of messing around with Luke's lightsaber. And then here we have some footage of Darth Vader from episode 5. And Han Solo sort of encountering him there on Bespin. And that's kind of a fun cutscene there. That's kind of cool. Alright, so here we have some footage from episode 1, where they're going underwater with the Gungans. Looks really good. Look at the model here. This is actually kind of interesting. This is like them in development of the game. You can kind of see them modeling everything. It looks very complicated. I have no idea what goes into game development, but maybe if one of you guys are into that kind of stuff, maybe some of that makes sense, but that's kind of cool. Kind of see them working on the game. Actually, I left some footage of one of the developers in there. You can see it briefly. So here they're talking about, so if you put a mask on a character, that will actually muffle their voice, which is interesting. So obviously that wasn't really a thing in the original game because there was no voice acting. But here we have some footage of Bespin with the Stormtrooper helmet on the character, so that's pretty cool. Here we have some footage from episode 8 with Rey. It looks like this island of Octu has been expanded upon, because this looks like, obviously there was characters and stuff on the island, but this seems to be like more of a village. There's probably going to be quite a bit of collectibles to find on this island. Here we have some Coruscant. We have Obi-Wan and Anakin here, so this seems to be from the first level assassination of episode 2. Again, this is being highlighted in blue because you can use the Force on it. And man, I really wish they would show us Dexter's Diner. Like, I assume Dexter's Diner is in this game, but they just have not shown it to us in any of the marketing. And it looks like we might just have to wait until the game actually comes out. Here we have some episode 7 gameplay. You actually recognize this level from the Force Awakens game. Obviously, it's been completely redone here. Looks like maybe a panel there on the left, though. Alright, let's continue on. And so here we have using the Force as old Obi-Wan to kind of repair the Millennium Falcon. So this is obviously, it was a level in the original game, but the Millennium Falcon didn't need to be repaired. So that's pretty cool. That's from probably the second level of Episode 4. Here we have some Episode 3 footage of, you know, the two Jedis kind of flying around there. Anakin and Obi-Wan. Here we have some sequel trilogy footage of the First Order. So that's pretty cool. You see the mouse droid on the ground. Alright, here we have some Episode 1 footage of the Trade Federation battleship. And you can just see how everything is like made of Lego. At least a lot more stuff is made of Lego here. And they're playing as Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 2 version there. And you also see the Separatist captain there on the bottom right, kind of like communicating with you, I assume. And you can also see 5 out of 5 purple, I'm assuming those are torpedoes from the original Lego Star Wars game. So the purple torpedoes return. You can see them again developing some of the creatures in the game. This is some cool Tatooine footage there. You can also see some concept art with sort of how they made each of the models in the game. And they actually brag about in this video like how there's thousands of different models that they created for this game, which is crazy. It's the amount of work that went into this game is incredible, and it kind of makes sense why it got delayed so much when you really think about it. Alright, so there's some Bantha's dancing. Here we have the open world of Naboo here with the Gungans. Here we have some over-the-shoulder Han Solo Episode 4 version gameplay right here. Kind of the over-the-shoulder, you know, shooting. Here we have some bow and arrow gameplay. There we have Padme in Episode 2. Episode 4 gameplay here with the Stormtroopers. And so this is Leia Episode 4 version. And I do want to point this out. This was in previous gameplays, but I didn't really talk about it. So the True Jedi bar seems to be divided into 3 sections now. So there's like a silver section, a blue section, and a purple section. So I'm not sure what's going on here. So I guess maybe is as you're collecting studs, you'll fill up each of these sections. And if you finish the level and you don't have it all the way full, you'll at least get like partial credit. So let's say if you get it filled past the blue section, but you don't get the purple section all the way filled up. So at least you'll get like a couple, you know, Kyber bricks or something for filling up the first 2 sections of the True Jedi bar. I'm not totally sure. So it seems like maybe every level has like 3 levels of True Jedi now. But if you guys have any theories about that, let me know in the comments. So we're going to be going over here to episode, what is this, episode 3? It looks like it's a prequel era, but they're playing as Darth Vader like in free play here. And so he's using the Force on this droid, kind of throwing the droid around, which is awesome. And again, they have some more Force throwing here. And so yeah, it's just really cool feature. So let's pause right here. So this is from episode 5 on Dagobah. And so over here on the left, let's get a better view of it here. Right here. So this seems to be a vehicle collectible or a vehicle key. So they're picking up the X-Wing here, but this is a collectible that you can find. And it looks like there's a B-Wing from, again, the quality's not very good, but to me it looks like a B-Wing. And I'm assuming to unlock vehicles in this game, you're going to have to find these collectible keys around the open world. So this one happens to be on Dagobah. So if you want a B-Wing, now you know where to look. It's going to be here on Dagobah next to the X-Wing. And it looks like there's some sort of white collectible in the background as well. But yeah, so that's a new collectible. So maybe we'll have to make a guide for all those, or the locations of all those here on the channel. So here we have some open space combat here with Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 2 again, flying a Y-Wing. And it shows the Rebel Alliance health bar with the Galactic Empire health bar. I'm not sure what's exactly going on here. Maybe as you destroy more Galactic Empire ships, that's going to lower their health bar. But that's not totally clear there. So here we have Seize the Steadfast, Encounter Joined. So it seems like you're going to be able to enter these encounters as you're like taking on these massive capital ships. In this case, they're going to be taking on this Star Destroyer here, and you're going to be able to take it on and then board it eventually, which is awesome. That's going to be one of the coolest features of this game. And there you can see they're actually boarding it and going on, and they're starting to take down all the AT-STs inside and the Stormtroopers. Man, it's going to be so fun. So now they're going to go into Mumble mode, which of course we know all about. They're basically just taking the same cutscenes that are in the game, but just removing the voices and replacing it with mumbling. Alright, so here we have, well, let's go back to Hoth. So here on Hoth, they do like a barrel roll move, which seems pretty cool. So here on Mustafar from Episode 3, you have Obi-Wan Kenobi absolutely demolishing Anakin there. And you also see the 2 droids in the background, C-3PO and R2-D2, as well as a panel. So I'm guessing that you're going to have to switch to R2-D2 or C-3PO to maybe open some doors, because you can see to the left of R2-D2 there, there's some sort of panel that they had to hack. So yeah, this fight is going to be absolutely awesome. Okay, so here we have the Slave One ship here from Episode 5, as well as Boba Fett, and we have the main character playing as Lando here, attacking the ship. Here we have some Episode 1 footage, and some more open space footage, and oh yeah, let's go back here. So you can actually see, this looks to be Tatooine. You can see the Junlin Waste, Mos Espa, And then this is going to be a capital ship. So it seems like Tatooine is one of the planets that has 2 different landing zones. So they said that there's going to be 23 planets in this video, which we've actually counted 24 before. So I'm not sure if maybe the developers just got it wrong or what's going on there. But some of the planets have different landing zones. So most of them, I think, just have 1 landing zone where you're going to land. But basically, Tatooine has 2, Mos Espa and the Jundland Waste. So that's going to be kind of where you spawn. I'm not sure if you can go from one landing zone to the other within the open world, or, you know, say if you're in the Jundland Waste and you want to move to Mos Espa. I'm not sure if you have to then go out into outer space and then go back down into Mos Espa. I'm not sure how that works, if they're all connected once you get down onto the ground. I kind of think they are, because I think that would make the most sense if they're just connected on the ground, and then you can just choose where you want to land. But alright, so let's continue on here. Here we have some prequel gameplay here with Commander Cody doing some combat there against some droids. And you can see some sort of puzzle along the wall here. You can see a panel along the wall, as well as what looks like an orange grapple point. So that's kind of something to keep in mind. Here we have some episode, or just some Tatooine footage with R2-D2 there. Lots of NPCs. Here we have some episode 6 on the speeder with an AT-AT walker. And this looks really cool. Of course, we've seen speeder footage before. The AT-AT walker almost looks like too small to me. Like, maybe not. I don't know. Does that look too small to you guys? I feel like the main character is like kind of too big compared to the AT-AT. Like, I think the AT-AT should be bigger. But maybe it's just a perspective thing. I'm not sure. Here we have C-3PO getting split in half to solve puzzles. That's going to be like a new feature that the protocol droids can do. Here we have Obi-Wan versus General Grievous again. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much do it for the footage. Of course, then here at the end, we do have some more Xbox marketing at the very end of the video. This is played on Xbox Series X, so that's kind of weird how they have a marketing deal with Xbox still. But yeah, that's going to pretty much do it for this gameplay, so let me know what you think of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Does this make you even more excited? I will say, the one negative thing I'm still seeing in this gameplay, and it's been like this ever since they first showed us footage of this game back in 2020, is that the gameplay looks kind of choppy during the cutscenes. I'm not sure if they're supposed to look like that, because of course the LEGO movie and stuff like that are made to be like stop motion, so it's supposed to look kind of choppy. I'm not sure if they're going for that vibe, but I don't think so, because some cutscenes look smoother than others, so I don't know why they can't seem to get these cutscenes smoothed out. Like, the frame rate just looks kind of terrible in some sections. So I don't know, maybe they'll patch that later on or what, but I don't really think it's going to be fixed in time for launch, because I imagine the final build of the game is pretty much done at this point, and they're going to be shipping the game on the disc very soon, but of course they could always patch it later in updates, because we do have updates nowadays. But yeah, that's going to pretty much do it for this breakdown, so let me know if I missed anything in the comments below, and also let me know what you think about the developer interview with Jonathan Smith. I don't think he revealed too much new information, that's why I didn't really feel the need to make a video about it, but there is a 15-minute interview with him, and I'll leave that link down below as well. And other than that, guys, like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, and subscribe for more videos like this. We're going to be covering the Skywalker Saga pretty in depth, as well as a lot of other LEGO games, so stay tuned for all that stuff, and I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.